Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading.
I think the audio is off, Go.
No!
I think you're muted.
Oh no, I was muted the whole time! Ah, I gotta try it again. This is the Advanced Wars by Web podcast. There we go. I was muted the whole time. It's been a long time in the making. But here we are. I'm Go7, King of the Penguins. I'm a top Advanced Wars by Web player and content creator. I know, classic. And I'm joined with my co-host Humita here, who is a member of the map committee, also a high-level player, and a fellow Advanced Wars by Web content creator. And lastly, we have our guest, Po1and, who is a prolific player of Advanced Wars by Web, with impressive wins against Inkagark, Starflash, Tordred, and many more. He was actually just telling me before the stream started that he's gotten so high in standard and is queuing so many games that he ran out of players to match with. So he's moved on to high funds where he's taken names. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody.
I know.
Here.
Po1and here. There you go. There's Po1and. Hopefully you guys can see our little Discord faces down here. And it looks like I should modify the stream chat. We'll see how this goes because it's not showing the most recent messages there. There we go. I gotta move this to the side.
Well, it's nice to be here. Thanks, Go, for hosting this podcast. And thanks, Po1and, for being here for the first episode.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's gonna be gonna be really fun. So I'm done modifying this. Gosh darn, whatever. No, I can't leave it be. So the first thing we're gonna be talking about, there we go, is some Advance Wars by Web news. Oh, my podcast is right after your birthday, or the podcast, which was yesterday. That's awesome, Mega Man. But some Advance Wars by Web news. For those that don't know, there's going to be a new country, which is the, I forget what it's called, but it's the slime country.
Oh, the Azure asteroid.
Yes. That's going to be added to the game. And that was a result of Humita's custom country competition. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my competition, it's just the site.
I see, but you hosted it.
Yeah, I just make the videos, that's it.
Okay,
organize it, along with Walker and Jay, Content, a few more.
And there's...
But yeah, the first one was Azure Asteroid that won, and now we have the second one going. It's exciting.
So you can sign up right now, right? You submit your country.
Yeah, so it literally opened, what was it, yesterday, I think. And, the theme of the first one was creatures. And so we had like all kinds of submissions from aliens to, trees and dragons and dogs and cats and seals and sharks. There's like all kinds of creatures. And now this one is historical, geographical. And so we already have submissions. I haven't checked the email yet, but I get that notification. There's already like 5 or 6 submissions already, and there's like and there's some in the works. There's the channel in the Discord, and there's someone making like the British guards with the long, tall hats. There's like pirate ones. There are Indian faction as well. So so cool seeing people being so creative. Yeah, it's insane.
Is there a Polish faction on the way, Poland?
I mean,
Maybe.
if I was more skilled at pixel art, I would probably submit.
That would be awesome.
It could be some like Polish hussar with some winged.
Yeah, winged hussars.
For the mechs. That'd be awesome.
Cool.
That would be very cool. And some other news, there was some tournament wins, I do believe. Was it Voice of Akasha won Air Mariner 2 or 1?
Yeah, the Mariner Cup 2.
Oh, 2. There we go.
Yeah, in the last round.
Or 1.
Sorry, the number 1. Yeah, the number 1.
The number 1. Okay.
It literally the first tournament of the site.
Yeah, it looks like he was tied with Inkugark with points.
Oh, wow.
But it was decided
because
apparently that he won.
Oh. Because he won their match. That's the first tiebreaker.
I see. And at the same time, Talos also just won a tournament, which was Smacky Cup 2? No, not Smacky. Quack Cup.
The Quack Cup, is it the 2? Yeah, I think it's the 2.
Yeah, which was at a 3-way tie in points. So it was another tiebreaker decision for a victory of the tournament.
Yeah, although that one was a little bit more controversial. The decision of that of the winner of that tournament. There was a lot of discussion on the channel. I'm actually not sure how that worked out. Like, what was the deciding factors? I have to look into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw that, and then checked the results, and it was like 3-way tie. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Quacky is the like for fun wacky one. Smacky is the fog one, and A Mariner is the standard one. Hey, everybody! You gotta love tiebreakers.
True to its name, it ended with a very quacky result. Let's just put it like that.
Okay. I think that's all the news. And there's a new Advanced Words by One podcast going on right now. Okay.
Yeah, true. That is big news.
That is big news. Okay. And then next we're going to be talking about games to follow / player spotlights, and I actually already have one queued up for the stream to see. This is Starflash versus Poland. It's on day 37 on Shadows Chase You Endlessly. It's definitely a must follow. In fact, I think I'll follow it right now. There.
Yeah, that one's been going on for a long time.
That game was such a back and forth, like so many twists and turns. This is basically what happens when two unstoppable forces collide. A surprisingly stealthy game.
It looks like it. I just realized that there's a city in the bottom left on your side of the map, Poland, that you somehow have not managed to capture by day 37.
Yeah.
But at the same, couldn't build in infantry from that base.
My gosh! But at the same time, even though you don't have that city, you do have an income lead. So that's quite the game. That's currently ongoing, so definitely follow that one.
I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Po1and and Starflash are very similar in their playstyles. There's definitely some difference, but I feel like they're kind of like
we absolutely are. People very soon started comparing me to Starflash, and I started playing like this.
When you start playing like this?
Do you think you started playing like him, or he started playing like you?
I started playing like him since he was on the side longer than me.
Oh, that's interesting. Is Poland in your rise through the ranks? I remember people talking about how you would just sacrifice so many units in order to keep cities.
He still does that.
Yes, that's my thing.
That's your thing.
Having my income. That's my priority. Because for most players, it's unit count, then unit value, then income.
Yeah.
And for me, it's income, unit value, and then unit count. So
oh my goodness.
That's funny.
A little bit flipped.
Yeah.
You know,
I usually see Starflash as just very aggressive, but not necessarily income focused aggression.
He does do that a lot.
I mean, he likes his income too. Maybe not to the same extent as I do, but he definitely really likes to interrupt captures.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like Starflash will send that tank.
Such a good life player, since income is what matters after day 30.
True. That's true. That's an interesting way of looking at it. You keep your income lead and like you just keep the game going, and you hit day 30 and you win.
Yeah.
Who cares about unit count at day 30?
That's true. That's the live game meta. I've definitely won one.
Starflash is also super strong at high funds and fog, while I'm just good at standard right now. And I'm good at life, I guess.
Yeah.
Me and Starflash had our back and forths in the live scene. Is like so far ahead that it's hard to describe.
Yeah. Starflash is very fast. Very fast at playing.
Starflash plays
And
globally
very
as
good.
if it was live
And
league.
very-
Yeah, he's also very good.
It's true. It's true.
I had a question for Po1.
Yes.
So you play 99% standard and you just started doing some high funds.
Yes.
Would you ever consider getting into fog?
Maybe like in a decade.
A decade.
Why?
If I become like undisputed strongest standard and high funds player, then I'll consider it.
Do you not like fog?
Not really. What can I say? I'm a surface dweller. I like to see my units. I like to see my opponent's units.
Mm.
I don't like to get trapped on something that just pops out of nowhere.
That's interesting. I kind of
Yeah.
had a similar.
Back in the day,
Yeah, go ahead.
before before the Poland account was born, I was playing all three modes.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know that this is
No,
your secondary.
I mean, it's my main account. It's the one where I started like trying. The previous one was more like for Z games.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
Little bit of Global League.
Oh, so you had another account before the one that's Po1and?
Yes, I have.
So similar to Rip, because Rip also had another account. And then with the account called Rip, he just like shot up all the way to the top.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
Oh, then that explains it.
All you guys in your secondary accounts.
All the secrets are being revealed.
I'm the real deal. I was Go7. This is my first
Hey,
account.
me too. Like this is my first account.
But yeah, that's when I moved from fog into standard. Is I shot way up in fog, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to try out these other modes. So I get where you're coming from, Poland.
Yeah, and now my goal is to reach 1700.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
It's
how
a good
close
goal.
are you?
Right now I'm at 1675, I think.
Ooh, that's very
Yeah,
close.
1675.
That's
so
very
something
close.
that I noticed earlier is that Poland, you're doing high funds, and you're getting a lot of wins, but every win gives you literally 0.25 points. I mean,
Yeah.
gives you so little.
Yes.
It's gonna take a while to get to 1700.
Like if you look at my chart, official ranking in Global League, you can see when I started playing high funds. This like
Yeah.
horizontal line.
Yes.
It's not draws.
Like,
It's high funds wins.
It's high funds wins.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And when I had that previous account, I gave up on high funds very quickly because I was just losing like 50% of my games at the very start.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's tough.
But that was when you had
So
started.
it was like, okay, this isn't for me. And also the popular consensus was that high funds is not a real game mode.
Whoa!
Wait, that seems like
that's
Whoa.
strong.
I know where you got that from though.
I've
'Cause
always
when I
heard.
started, I thought that the same because Deejus was always saying that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
The
see.
Deejus anti-high funds propaganda.
I was gonna say I've always heard the high funds is like where the top players go to play when they're done with the other modes.
Where did you hear that?
Walker.
Of course. Of course, Walker would say that.
That's right.
That's funny. But yeah, that's true. When I started as well, like I started, and I just like consumed all of Deejus' content, and Deejus is always like the high funds is bad, high funds is crazy, and so
Do not touch that.
I
Don't
had
touch
not
that.
touched high funds until like many months later after I had joined the site.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I touched it, but it like confirmed my bias against it. But there's definitely some beauty to high funds. I have
Yeah.
to agree. It changes up some things. It changes how some COs work, how strong some COs are. It's fun.
Yeah.
We are very close to each other in high funds rating. So there's a high chance that we could run into each other.
Ooh.
I'm just like 100 above you or so. I think we've only ever played each other in live, so you'll be in more of my domain, Poland. Although high funds is not my domain.
It's getting spicy.
It will be no one's domain this time.
That's true. That's true.
Two 1600 rated players playing like
11.
1200 or something like that.
Exactly. It'll be exactly like that.
That's gonna be a fun one to watch though. Go7 against Poland high funds.
And high funds.
And I also played some POG back then.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I was decent at POG. I've beaten Deejus once. I've matched up with you, Go, too.
Did you?
Yeah. And I even said, oh, I like your content, something along those lines.
Oh, nice. In Fog of War?
Yeah, in POG. Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago then. What?
Was maybe on the
I mean-
out maybe?
I mean, yeah, it was.
The Go7
a while
out.
ago.
Oh, was it my alt or was it Mimi?
No, you.
What?
Ooh.
What was it? What was your name?
Oh, revealing the secret Fallen out.
Oh, it's right.
Maybe I will.
Oh no, that's me. That's me and you. That's a live game. Who would it have been?
The real champs do high funds fog. That mode has died a while ago. I've never played it actually.
I was the champ of High Funds Fog.
I mean, the champ of how many people though?
There was
How many
a
people were playing that?
40 or 50 people or so.
Oh, it was a very small.
Yeah, well, it was Discord run.
Yeah, I remember.
Now I'm looking through my old games, Poland. I'm trying to see who you could have been.
I played you in Standard too on that account.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
you even casted that game.
Oh,
What?
so many clues, Go. You need to find it now.
I think it was your last
Oh.
last Standard game, something along those lines. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly.
One of my last standard games.
Was it against Orange Star Commander or is it another alt?
I mean, Orange Star Commander is new. It's brand new. It's just for Live League. That one was like 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Before I became like very aggressive and such.
Wouldn't have been these. This is
Then
right.
I was a punching bag.
So as I was thinking, Poland, also Starflash, very known for that very aggressive play. And
You
just
weren't
like
Were you TM player?
Maybe.
oh
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
wait, click the click the user.
TM player. That's a lot of games.
Oh, look at all those Orange Star. Poland confirmed.
Poland confirmed. I do remember this game. I did cast it. The HT. Yeah.
Was he
Interesting.
sacrificing tanks to stop city captures?
That I don't remember.
I mean, I remember I was playing very, very sloppily back then. Like,
Yeah.
especially when I met a player like this.
Let's see. I can find it. Very quickly. I gotta see this. Well, this was before your debut then, because your big
Yeah.
moment was taking out
In Kugark
Inkagark.
on Caustic Finale.
Need to
Yeah.
watch that match.
Okay, how do I want to do this? I can't just drag this over, can I?
It was a Kindle Mirror, no? The Caustic Finale?
No, it was Jake versus Adder.
Okay.
Well, very
It was
quickly.
Adder.
We're gonna very quickly. Let's turn off. There we go. Look through this game. This is history. Go7 versus TM player. I think you're right. I think this was my last standard game. Oh. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I remember correctly. Yeah, right.
How did this go? Okay, I'm being a little aggressive as I do with the captures. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I do a city skip over here. You don't do a city skip over here, and then I can start harassing you with infantry. Grab the tank on the 2 base side to try and force the fighting. Over here on your very vulnerable 1 base side. Yeah. And because I do the city skip, now this infantry can interrupt your capture here. You're forced to build a tank there. Well, you're not forced. But then I have like the tempo win. Yeah. And I go for the comm tower. Oh yeah,
There's a
is this
really
what-
nice artillery on the 1 base side on this map. They can lock the comm tower.
That's true. Yeah, and now the tank's like it's got to defend the comm tower. Let's try to defend here. But I always have the choice if I can just go for my airport if I want to. Is this where I just suck up the hit and interrupt your comm tower? Or is that a different game I'm thinking about? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember this choice. It's like I can either interrupt you here, or I can hit this infantry, which is interrupting the airport. But if you want to hit me back, you have to stop your city, and I get like a double interrupt.
That's a risky one, though. Huh?
Yeah, so I stopped the capture because I'm like, I'm going to be able... Because I take out that infantry and then it's like, how do you find a way to get this comm tower?
Whoa, you sent the tank in?
Yeah. Because it's like a 6-8 trade, which is fine.
Wow.
Because it's fine as long as my tank just runs away. I'm just down 2 tank health for interrupting a comm tower and killing off an infantry.
Yeah, now he's never gonna get that comm tower.
And now he's never going to get the comm tower. As long as I can stop him.
Yeah. You're kind of low on infantry, though, on the 2-base side.
I am a little bit low, but over time I'll have more, so I'm more willing to trade them out. And it's important that I have infantry here. Yeah. And you have the anti-air blocking for the tank against the tank. One starts getting the pressure on over here. Yeah, a bunch of 1 health infantry.
Oh,
Classic Poland.
Classic Poland.
looks like my trademark is already showing.
Yeah. Oh, poor Fred is only at 1 HP.
You got this, Fred.
And there goes the comm tower interrupt.
Oh, that's right. It was a fancy move over here to go back and heal. Because you wouldn't be able to get this city. I remember this. Yeah, at this point, it's just trying to, like, make sure I keep this comm tower. Don't let you get this comm tower. You hurt my anti-air. What's that tank movement? I guess you're scared of the mech with the extra move. Anti-air stops the comm tower. I start going for the comm tower. That's mainly just to be a blocker.
Oh, okay, you have that guy, yeah. There's the Poland image is just capping behind enemy lines. Very funny.
Well, look at that! You interrupted your capture.
To interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good choice. It's just a painful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the copter. I don't know if it did anything. I think it ran away. It ran away from the anti-air and then came back. And here comes the side slip. I think this just ends the game.
Crazy how in this map you have to go get your comm tower fast.
Yeah.
Or else it's just gonna be denied forever. So easy to already lock too.
Yeah. There's the resign. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I do remember that game. Specifically the fighting over the comm tower and the play on this side. The rest of the map, I don't remember at all. Wow. Okay. You've been around Poland. You've been fighting people before you were even. Were even.
Where is this game from?
Created.
Yeah. This
Before
is
I was
from
conceived, I was already fighting.
late 2022.
Oh, okay.
Very
So
cool.
maybe Paul and I we both started around the same time. What time did you begin in Advanced Wars per Web? Like what month?
I'm not sure, but like 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, it would be already.
Mm. Because I started 2022, like July 2022, somewhere around there.
You have so many of your games. Okay.
All
Whoa,
of these
you have a lot
are
of
like
TM play.
submitted by someone, or
No, I downloaded the replay like bank that Rishi had.
oh,
Oh,
then that's a big mistake. There's gonna be a lot of it.
A very prolific player indeed.
I mean, Z games go fast, but those are all global.
These are- Yeah, these are all Global League.
Red Halo is asking Go if there's a place where people can submit questions beforehand. I mean, just put them on the chat, no?
Yeah, you can just put in the chat. Yeah. Look at that. You played against JTQWN 2022.
It's Darkwing
Oh yeah. And
and Cookie Lamb.
he wasn't very strong back then, if I remember correctly. I think I won that.
That's
pretty
shy.
swiftly.
It's a lightning strike. Oh my gosh, you've played against them all. Star Flash, they didn't even know.
Poland's been around.
Compi, Rice Muncher, Torch Red. Okay, Star Flash, Torch Red.
Wow, you've been around before I have.
Fire him. There's Wulong. Oh my gosh.
He's an Aggie too.
Raider, Arya,
Arya.
the Nova. No one's safe. Benchwarmer. Oh my god. Deegis right there.
Benchwarmer. Yeah.
Another
Ooh, LNF.
Oh
Yeah.
that's
Lost and
almost the
found. Lost
time.
and found.
A true boss too. Wow.
Yep, right there. In standard. And Raka? Wow.
Yeah.
There's me.
Wow.
All right,
played
all
so
right.
many games.
Witty. Okay. That's... okay.
Wow.
We'll go back to.
I was thinking if you had to pick a player that is the complete opposite of Poland, who would it be?
A player who's the complete opposite of Poland?
Yeah, like strategy approach, you know, or play style.
I don't know.
I have one in mind.
Well, which one do you have in mind?
Do you know the player? Mega Man says Rhymer. Why Rhymer?
Rhymer.
Oh, because of the mode.
I mean, I think I know.
Let's see if someone in the chat can see the one that I'm thinking. Which one do you think, Paul?
I think maybe Loa, Voice of Akasha,
Voice of Akasha.
or Max Storm. They are very move plan heavy, I think.
Do you not use the move planner?
Like if I really want to win, then I'll use it. But normally, no.
Wow.
Normally, I just like look at it. Normally, I like plan it in my head as it goes.
Has
That's
it
very
happened
good.
to you that as you're going, maybe you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I wish I used the move planner?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That's why if I'm like really serious, then then I'll use that move planner. I used move planner like the most. The game where I used it the most was the one it's the Jokas.
Oh.
Ooh.
The one on Manx's channel. And
There you
I
go.
still lost. Even though I was like standing multiple hours per turn.
Oh no!
Move
Oh, that
planner,
hurts. That hurts.
It
happens.
which was unheard of for me until then.
Yeah.
I really wanted to beat him.
The move planner will slowly take over your life. Like I got to rank 1 never even knowing the move planner was like existed. And the first time I used it was against Inkagark in our second game. And right after I used it for the first time ever, I immediately won. So I got very good feedback and then continued down that path.
Yeah.
And now it takes over my life sometimes.
It does. It can easily take over.
I saw it's right there, but for like the first year or two, I was just looking at it and thinking, what is this? Like, I can just move units around. What does that help me with?
Mm-hmm.
I
That was a Fog of War game, yeah.
I can see it all in my head, just fine. but it grew on me.
Yes.
I even got the version with like the extensions.
Yeah, the enhancements one.
Yeah, enhancement.
Shows the
The
movement.
enhanced version, but it's only on Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no real browser supports it.
Do you play on Safari maybe, or do you not play on Chrome?
I just don't play on Chrome.
Oh, okay.
I like. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But they're just better.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move us along to talking about maps for now.
Oh wait, can I say the person that I thought was the
Oh yeah.
opposite of Poland? So
Oh yeah. Who's the opposite of Poland?
the player that I think is the opposite of Poland
Who?
is Lawrence. I feel like
Lawrence.
he plays the very opposite of Poland because
Really?
I feel like Lawrence doesn't really care too much about properties. I mean, he literally has it on his signature of the profile, like properties is stealing, something like that. Don't bother me, something like that. But he'll like happily give up properties as long as he can like destroy your army. Like I feel like what he cares most about is unit value, not even unit count, just like unit value and position. And so you'll see him a lot being down on income, but being up in unit value and position. And then he'll swing back the game with that unit value and just eat a bunch of cities everywhere and close out the game. So yeah, it's just a very different strategy.
Yeah. I would say Fkizy, FKZY, who was a Chinese player from back in my day, would be the complete opposite of Poland. Very willingly sacrificed all the cities on the map to make a gigantic death ball, and then would just attack with for a game-ending move to try and make it so that like the income doesn't matter if you just die in one swing.
Was that in Fog too?
That was in Fog, yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of that player.
We had some very epic games.
I think I saw some of his games, but I haven't noticed that.
I don't know if he's still around or not. D just asked a question. Excuse me, Mr. DG from Wars World Press. Mr. Polly, I have a question for you. Why don't you return to Fog? I will be returning to Fog after I get a rematch for a true boss in High Funds. That's the goal for my High Funds Global League, is to let a true boss beat me up, and then I'll return to Fog and take all those points from everyone. That's the plan. Bwahahahaha. Evil penguin.
How many games are you queuing up? Go. Right now.
I am queuing up 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like Poland. I'm not like Poland. Poland's queuing up 25.
I'm doing like one game. I do 1 or 2 games at a time.
I-
I play very slow.
I mean, 25 is like a sweet spot.
Oh, Didish wasn't asking me that. Didish was asking you that,
Sweet.
Poland.
Wait. If you could
why-
queue more Poland, would you do that? Like 30? 40?
I mean, like, however much the site will give me, I'll take.
So I answered that question, but I believe it was actually the chat's telling me it was for you, Poland. Why don't you return to Fog?
I mean, the games just felt more exhausting, I guess. Like I wasn't making as much progress in Fog. I felt like, I mean, I had a winning record against DJs, for example, like some lower end Fog players like that.
Wow.
But like I
Shots
could never
fired.
see myself beating like Tordred or
Or
Go7 or now Elagatua.
Elagatua,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and these Fog games like dragged on very, very long. Usually, like over 20 days, 20 to 30 was like pretty normal, and it just wasn't at my speed. I like wanted to just destroy my opponent, finish games quickly.
Question: do you know if the site could do anything to help players against burnout?
Whoa.
I don't know if the site could necessarily do anything.
We need like a burnout rehab of the site. A section to go and, I don't know.
Like more casual
I could-
tournaments? There could be more unrated modes, maybe. Games.
I mean, there's a live queue too. Like unrated live games.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh! Wait, Go, we haven't talked about the Advanced Wars advanced dating by web.
Oh, that's true. That's also news. That's also news.
That's also part of the news.
Yeah. Going back to the news,
What?
advanced dating by web's got a new update, I do believe, put out by Red Halo, who's currently in the chat. I believe there is a special cameo by yours truly, the Penguin, in the game now, so you can date. You can
So-
date Advanced Wars characters, and somewhere in there you can run into a certain penguin.
So my question is, how do you get there? Because I don't know how to get to advanced dating by web.
My scene wasn't in it. But there's a small cameo. Okay, there's a small cameo, but you cannot you can't date the penguin.
How do you access the advanced dating
In
by web?
what? What are we talking about?
So there's a dating sim based on Advanced Wars by Web that Red Halo has put together, and it's called Advanced Dating by Web. All
Who will you
written.
date there?
I think you can date Advanced Wars COs. I don't think you date members of the community. I haven't actually played it, but there's a small cameo by me in there. I think you can download it on the Discord. Is that right, Red Halo?
So, what is it like a dating site?
No, it's
Or
like
a
it's a dating sim, so it's like a visual novel, I do believe.
How do I
It's
get
on-
there though?
It's on itch.io.
so it's like a game. Like,
Yeah, it's like a game. Well, it'll be a lot of reading. Red Halo
and-
put a
and
link in the
what-
chat.
Oh, I found it.
And what is a gameplay loop? Like, is it like an RPG or is it something like a
It's-
puzzle game?
It's gonna be a lot of like point and click adventure, basically. You don't play.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
I'm gonna try it.
It's like this. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be just like a lot of reading.
This thing, I saw it. I saw someone play it. I mean, I think I saw you play it.
I played the
Good
bird
job.
one. Oh, it looks like there's war group characters too. Yeah, it's a dating sim. You can download it. Name your price. The rest of the patch will be out in 5 to 7 days, so it's not completely out.
Oh,
Oh no,
okay.
never mind. That was last year.
Oh, no. So you have to download it?
You do have to download it.
Okay.
Oh, there's apparently a lot of mini games in it. You can download it for Mac or PC. So that's some more Advanced Wars by Web News. It's still far from finished.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's put out for April Fools.
I'll have to play it. That's funny.
It's funny. So, very quickly before we go into the more main subject, I'm going to talk about some maps to give the map maker community some love. I've recently been playing on a bunch of Walker maps. If you don't know Walker, he's one of the lead devs of the website, and he's very big into map making. And this one of his maps is called Animate the Truth. It's a High Funds Global League. I played one game to completion on it, and I'm currently fighting I don't know how to say his name, JTQWN on it. And in my first game, it was just nothing but tank fights and tanks controlling all the cities. But I've definitely been schooled so far in this game with how well the artillery are able to defend on this map, and I really like that difference. You just build this artillery here, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, which can then protect the city being captured. JTalk win. There we go. It will prevent the city, it will save the city, protect the city being captured, because this forest here actually makes it so the tank, when it goes for a 2 move, I don't want to move there, it won't be able to hit you. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it takes 2 more movement to get into this forest, but you can't do it. So the artillery is able to defend against the tank push-outs from the 2-base side, and I really like that opportunity. You can either defend with tanks on these captures, or you can just defend with the artillery, and it has a nice move out where it can move down here to then cover this infantry as it tries to go for the comm tower, kind of like what I have going on over here. The infantry will move out 1, 2, 3, and then the tank can hit from here, but it usually won't be able to reach all the way over here, so the artillery can guard both this city and this infantry walking out towards the comm tower. So I thought it was some really cool map design with very clever placements of forests to kind of create those different options for units to use.
Yeah, this is high funds, right?
This is high funds, yeah.
Yeah.
JTalk win is beating me up. Well, hasn't really beat me up yet, but I've been very impressed with their play against me here.
Wait, hasn't Jitalkin
Yeah.
beaten you in the...
Yeah,
high funds?
JTalk's beaten me in high funds before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's no airports in this map, I just realized.
Yeah, there are no airports on this map, which is usually pretty iffy, but the bases are so close to each other that I think it's fine.
Do you not like it when there's no airport?
Not usually. I think I like having the full unit triangle of the base vehicles. Copter, tank, anti-air. Or anti-air
Yeah,
beats copter, copter beats tank, tank beats anti-air.
Instead of being infantry, tank, artillery.
yeah. So I've been really happy with this map, and I think Humita, you had, or no, let's go to Poland's map of choice, real quick.
Yeah.
Which is Caustic Finale.
I wonder which map.
This is also a map with no airport.
It is.
Yeah, that's true. But I can forgive it.
You can forgive it.
You
Yeah.
also don't like when there's no airport?
I mean, sometimes it works out, but usually it like makes tanks very dominant and unopposed. Oh,
That's true. Although I think I feel like the artillery opening for the corner can be kind of almost too strong unless you have a good reputation for it.
yeah. I have devised an opening
Specifically for it. I like it.
I mean, I have devised a variation of this opening where an artillery goes to the corner to take it. But
okay.
I, at some point, realized that I don't have a counter to it, to my own opening. So,
There you go.
but I fixed that mistake. I have devised a counter, that's somewhat good. Usually works.
Oh, nice. For people who don't know, this area over here in this corner has this really annoying river with these single tile bridges that go into cities. So the city acts as like a gate with an infantry on it, so it's really hard to kill off that infantry because you're limited in the number of ways you can attack from, and you're having to attack the infantry from a bridge which has 0 defense stars. So if there's an artillery just kind of sitting behind it somewhere, you are always going to have these really awful trades when you attack into this area.
Yeah.
And it's also very expensive to send units down here because you have these 2 bases, but they're already matched up against these 2 bases. And they often fight over these like contested city right here. So every unit you're sending down here to deal with this really annoying choke point and river is costing you in other parts of the map. And the artillery just ends up being a very easy unit to commit to this corner and kind of win a bunch of properties. And eventually push onto this base. And
I've seen people use recons to be sent to the corner. Like from the HQ sending a recon, so it's like a cheaper tank, and it will still deal damage to an artillery, and it can clear out infantry as well. Because if you send a tank, it'll end up shooting at infantry and getting shot back by artillery, so it's like not worth.
Yeah,
but maybe with a recon you can. I don't know.
And Red Halo is pointing out something that's very impressive, is this map was made in 2008. It has stood the test of time.
It's like 16 years ago. Oh wow.
This map is in high school right now.
That is something.
It is great.
That's Voice of Akasha.
Shows how Voice of Akasha was ahead of his time.
Ahead of his time, yeah. This is creator Hellraider, who is Voice of Akasha's main account or original account. So
yeah,
Voice of Akasha,
how good he is, and he was, still is.
Still is, yeah. So we'll do. Humita, you want to talk about your map? Do you want to do first step at the fog or second step at the fog?
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, we maybe might see this map coming somewhere, maybe a tournament or a global league. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to promise anything, but it's been thrown around. So like we made this like second version of that one just to reduce the chains to the right of the blue nation. The blue moon has that like from the 2-base side. Like if you go to the first one, the first step into fog,
Yeah.
the original version, like that infantry literally has so much. Like the 2-base side gets the other base first, and then gets the chain across the river into the city and the other port. Has the other chain with the airport. Is insane. So we kind of broke that up, and in the second step, so we broke the chain with the airport, and we took out. Yeah, we removed the other city across the river. Yeah, shifted over to the left side, and there's also a single silo tile from the 1 base towards the middle to make it easier for a recon to move from the 1 base towards the middle. Because it will move an extra tile. It will use its number 8 movement to get to that tile, so it'll make it easier.
Very nice.
And we had played around like removing the forests, or at least I played around removing the forest and the mountains, stuff like that. And we played on it, and it was like, actually the forests, although they look like really bad because it's like fog. Why would you have so many forests together in the fronts? They actually play a very important role in the map, because if you go into the middle, then with those forests you'll be like hindered to move towards the sides because of the movement penalty from the forest. And without the forest, if you go towards the middle, you can also cover the sides. So it's like it actually makes the middle stronger without the forest. And I thought it was the other way around, but playing it kind of saw that. So we left the forest. So I think it's a really cool map, and I would love to see it again.
Yeah, it's actually my favorite, or at least the original was. I'm sure the second one will be too. Was my favorite fog map to play on, because there's just so many different openings you can do. Specifically, there's like some really fancy transport copter openings.
True.
And there's a lot of choices about whether or not you want to try and front shift and how you want to try and tackle these sides, because you can be very aggressive and try and take out these comm towers, because they're very contestable if you get there fast enough. Or you can just kind of focus on maximizing your income, because there's a lot of money. With the main openers that I've seen on this map is transport copter first, battlecopter first, double recon first, going down these road pathways, anti-air first, and tank first. And anti-air first is surprisingly strong on this map, because transport copter, battlecopter, and double recon all lose to anti-air first. The only thing that anti-air first has to worry about is if someone goes tank first against it. But people don't really want to go tank first, because it's not the best if they go transport copter or battlecopter first. I mean, it's okay against transport copter first, but it really doesn't like the battlecopter.
Anti-air open is the best opening.
It's like the best aggressive, the best like kill a unit opening on this map that I've run into. Yeah. It got me good. It got me good.
Oh, so someone did it to you?
Yeah, Fakizi did it to me.
No way.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was like, I'm gonna go for a really fast battlecopter and harass them, and there's just no way they're gonna have an anti-air in time. The anti-air got me over here. Like it was built from this base, rushed into the middle, and met my battlecopter. I was very sad.
Wow, insane.
So yeah, lots of different openings on this map.
I think also artillery are really good here. There's so many forests. And
there are a lot of forests.
It is very choky, you know. Like there's so many mountains and forests, and like it can definitely become tricky to get enough tiles to attack from to clear a city or something. So having an artillery is very worth it.
Yeah. And they guard a lot of cities. Like this one guards all 4 of these cities, and it locks down the comm tower.
Yeah,
if you get into these woods.
Yeah. Oh, I hadn't seen that. Yeah, it logs 5 properties. That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you usually try and get an artillery in here, and then you guard it with mechs on these mountains.
Would you pick Lash here? In a
You
tier
could
3?
you could probably pick Lash and see.
You could
what
use
can
terrain
get done.
tactics.
Yeah,
Wow.
Drake is pretty popular, even though you have double airport. But
Yeah, I mean, also Kindle, no? Like,
yeah,
all those cities.
there's a lot of cities, and there's
The
some
little-
doubled up properties too.
yeah, the clusters there.
But this
Perfect.
This is- this is the map that you'll like never see in HQ cap because look at how safe those HQs are.
True, true. Impossible.
It's
It's
surrounded
the
by
anti-HQ
all
cap.
3 bases.
I mean, maybe if you're Sammy, if you can sneak an infantry.
Yeah, until you like make
The
it into
victory
into the
march.
woods. Yeah, we can run one of these woods. That would be very impressive.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see this map again. We'll see. I think actually there's a new. So what was the last tournament that came out? It was the last A Mariner, right?
Yes.
So after
So-
that one comes.
Quack, I think.
No, those are kind of like sporadic.
Or is
I
it-
think. What?
Oh, is
So
it High Fun?
I think Smacky Cup is coming up.
Oh, is it really smacky again?
Isn't it crazy? It's been 6 months already.
Oh my gosh, it's still ongoing.
Oh yeah, I mean the first Smacky Cup hasn't finished yet.
Yeah.
I think that's the final between Talos and Vincarious, no, Lillian. I think it's Talos and Lillian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think Talos is using your favorite CO.
Andy or Sturm?
What? Yeah, Stern.
Sturm.
Is Andy your favorite CO?
Andy is the CO that I learned the game with.
Okay.
So I would. Is he my most played? Yeah, he's my most played CO. So I'm a hidden Andy main. My top COs are Andy, Sammy, Von Bolt, Sturm, and Max and Sonya are tied down there. But my very first league game ever is an Andy game.
Oh, mine too, actually.
And it's Andy versus Eagle.
Oof. Underpicking, huh?
Back
Bad
then,
COs.
back then they did not tell you what tier you were playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would just be league game, league fog, and then the names, and then there'd be a big old list of banned COs. But if you're just starting out the game, you've got no idea. I'm like, I'm just gonna pick Andy every time to learn
Well,
the game.
You really liked Andy. All 3 of the first ones are Andy.
Yep, I won them all.
Even against Sturm.
Even against Andy can fight Sturm.
Pretty
It's
well.
Pretty. You'd be surprised.
I mean, they're in the same tier in high funds, no? So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Andy versus Max.
oof. So many Andys. That's
So
funny.
many Andys. Until I fight this one. Versus Max. Sad face. That's okay. But Red Halo, it's interesting that you bring up that you wish there were more forests by cities to give Lash a boost, because forests in Fog of War are kind of a real problem, because they're just way too good. They hide your unit, and they also give you those 2 defense stars. So I've been talking to Walker about adding a new terrain tile to the game. And this is where we're going to go into a discussion about future Advanced Wars by web development.
Oh,
And the new terrain tile, specifically in this case, would just be a forest that doesn't hide the unit, and with the idea that the fog maps would no longer be quite so plains spammed as they are now, because the choices for tiles in Fog of War are very limited. You don't want to make everything roads, because then the recons are kind of ridiculous and everything's really easy to get killed off. You can't really make everything forests or have too many forests, because the terrain is just way too good. Mountains will make the maps too choky, and you can't just spam cities, because then you just make the income go wild. So you're kind of limited to just a ton of plains and some missile platforms and more sporadic forests, just because forests are too good. So the one thing I'm submitting as a new terrain type and kind of opening up the door to future terrain types is it's exactly the same as a forest, except it doesn't hide the unit. And
So,
go ahead.
how would that forest be? Like, if it's a forest that can't hide units, would it be like a
Burned down forest,
deforested-
a deforested forest, something like that. Yeah. You just kind of chop down the forest, and you'd be like the deforested forest, or
Like
a burned
single
down
tree.
forest. Yeah, a single tree,
Dead or like dead forest.
or dead
that
forest.
can-
Yeah,
That can still offer you some protection from attack, but can't hide you.
Does
Would
it?
it
Yeah,
also
It would take-
delay vehicles?
that would be the idea. Yeah. To move, it would be exactly it's like a standard forest in Fog, essentially. Because another thing is, you oftentimes want to use forests to control deployment times from bases, and that's again something that's very dangerous to do in Fog of War. Because if the forest gets too accessible, then you can just kind of have your base collapse by a single infantry getting plopped down in the forest.
True.
And then like it sometimes it's like, if it's going to happen, you're probably already losing the game, but sometimes it's not when you're already losing the game. They just like manage to sneak by in the middle of a brawl, and then you just can't do anything.
True.
So that's another thing that we
It
should
would be
solve.
pretty much a fog only change.
In this case, yeah. Well, it would also give standard maps a new terrain to decorate with, I guess, in this case.
True.
But I think it's something that's very likely to be able to be submitted. But the number one thing that I'll need to give Walker in order to get this kind of thing done is a set of criteria for any new development into the game. Like, this is an addition, and Advanced Wars by Web is very conservative about this kind of thing. Ever since the Wild West days, when they would just kind of make stuff happen.
Oh, wait. I want to know more about that.
Well, if you want to be like,
The Wild West days.
why is Drake got like his 25% defense and stuff like that? That's because in the Wild West days, in the early Advanced Wars, before Walker was even around in it, they were just kind of playing around with balance and that kind of thing.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
why
know that.
we've got some more custom-ish COs than you might expect.
I thought that Drake was because it was like a mistake or something like that, and they just like stuck with it or something.
No, they were trying to balance the game.
Wow. Okay.
So the number one thing that we'll have to think about is, what criteria do we want to set for future editions? Because there's other ideas, of course, for what to add. Adding just like a forest that doesn't hide is, it's a great addition for Fog, but it's like a very, very gentle step into new development.
Yeah, it's probably like the gentlest addition. Very necessary in my opinion. I feel like Fog really could use like non-hiding forests.
I think so too. Transport boosties was a bug, but yeah, go ahead.
I don't have much expertise in Fog, so I'm not sure what to say about it.
Yeah, this specific terrain type isn't too important for the overall thing. It's going to be setting criteria that hopefully this fits, but for future editions, because there's other things I would really like to see. Like I really want to see terrain with negative defense stars, because I've seen that used in Wargroove, and it's a lot more dynamic than you would think, because you both don't really want to stand on that because you're more vulnerable on it. But you also
like lava.
Yeah. You also don't want to stand next to it usually, because they can sacrifice units into you very easily if they have negative defense stars to play with, and that's something they get to choose to do.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's true.
It brings in a new dynamic to the game there, that I think could be very interesting for map makers to use.
Would that mean that Lash would be nerfed there?
Lash would be nerfed on those maps.
Oh, why? Nothing but nerfing Lash.
But
don't nerf my Lash.
that's just an idea. But what, and of course, assuming we get really good criteria and I can submit that to Walker and we can get some sort of agreement going there, there could be possibilities of also other changes besides terrain. I think terrain is the safest thing to do because it's always optional. You can always just make maps without that terrain. It's not going to be overly impactful, such as a CO balance change would be.
True.
But I would personally, I'm only in favor currently of a single CO balance change, but that is something I would also like to make sure would be included in any criteria that we set forward. It's Sonya, exactly. I would like Sonya to be changed because she feels horrible to play with her bad luck, just ruining so many potential plays that you'd like to go for. And I do think it is important to have her kind of role of having different luck than everyone else, I guess, and being like a strategic mastermind. So instead of just removing the bad luck, I would put forward that we finally give Rishi the character he's always wanted, and that would be a CO that has just no luck at all.
That'd be interesting, actually.
I think
What about the question mark HP?
I would get rid of the question mark HP. The only thing the question mark HP really does is it makes people check their charge, and it ruins the replays on the website.
True. It fills it up with errors all the time.
Yeah. I think it's easier to just get rid of it.
In standard, it's just pure pain.
Yeah.
I have to say. Maybe in Fog it has some limited uses. Like you can trick someone into believing that.
It's literally homework. Yeah, in standard.
It's the problem is it's not even hidden information.
Exactly. It's right there. Like you look at the charge,
and
then you just have to backtrack. It's just so annoying.
Yeah. I don't think I would change Sonya in any other way. The only thing I would ever think about is maybe bringing in dual strike Sonya instead, where she affects terrain stars.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
But I don't know about that.
Nerfing Lash again. Go. What are you doing?
I know.
No, but I think with that, because that's from DS, right? From Dual Strike. That normally she reduces 1 star, power reduces 2, and super reduces 3. That like would completely wreck COs like that depend on that defense, right? Like I don't know, one vault even.
But Sonya in particular, I would think about having potential balance changes put forward because she kind of doesn't work in the tier system. In Fog of War, she's too good for tier 4, but she's just awful in tier 3.
Yeah.
And in Standard, she's just a joke in tier 4. True. She's by far the worst CO. And in High Funds, it's kind of the same deal. In High Funds Fog, that's like her sweet spot where she's actually something. But in all other modes, she's just the bottom of every tier that she's in. So I think she is the prime example of a CO balance change that we could possibly put forward.
Yeah.
But what's more important is what kind of criteria would we actually set for these kind of new developments in the future.
So we do have to set criteria then.
Yeah, before we get anything, solid criteria would have to be set. And I think that's going to come down to what do we as a community kind of value in the game. And I think competitiveness, or like a competitive nature to the game, is very important. So any new development would have to be focused on that, making sure the game is competitive.
Yeah.
For all sides. I think there does need to be some level of like spirit of the originals in any change.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I think also like changes can like they'd be easier to incorporate if they are directly from or highly inspired from the originals. There's stuff like from Dual Strike, even stuff from Days of Ruin. Even you could, argue to bring some stuff from there. I know there's different terrain tiles from Days of Ruin, and maybe some different mechanics as well. There's also the reboot camp, and this is what I was talking before. There's a reboot camp labs, and they act as cities with 0 defense stars. So they give you income, you can capture them, they give you income, but you don't get those insane stats of defense. So that could be an interesting addition to Advanced Wars by WoW.
That's true.
That'd be my terrain tile. Like after we do the forest, say for example, hypothetically, we get the forest. The next one I would vouch for would be the reboot labs.
And I agree that CO additions and balances is much tougher than doing terrain stuff. As Umalia said. But I do think that it's very important that the game feels like Advanced Wars, not something else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think also something like I guess the reason why we would be adding something or changing something is because we're trying to solve a problem, right? Like, for example, in the case of this forest, the burnt forest, it'd be to solve the problem with fog being like that, the hidden mechanic of fog, like the hidden forest mechanic, which can be really annoying. It can just really reduce tactical options in fog. Makes it it can make it very stally. It can bring a lot of problems, and at the same time, like map design wise, you're very limited as to what you can do. So that'd be like solving that kind of problem, map design and playstyle as well. And so I think that would be something important to consider. Like if a change or an addition is actually solving a problem, for example, a balance change, say, for example, a CO balance, would it be fixing something where that CO is no longer the over-centralizing in that tier and it would open the doors for other COs to be played? Would it make a CO that is never played because that CO sucks, like Sanjan standard or whatever? Like if you rebalance that CO, is it to actually make it viable to be played and give that CO some light besides just outs getting played or casual games? I think that would definitely be a criteria.
I think so too. It needs to have competitive merit for its essentially. Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, and I was thinking, do we, because there is also quite a large community that just kind of play games for fun and make maps like for fun maps. And I was thinking, I don't know if we would add anything specifically for that market, or do we just let that kind of scene develop off of whatever the competitive scene creates, kind of like it already does.
Good question.
Like, would we ever add, like, they would probably
cannons.
like
The black cannons.
the cannons, for instance, the cannons, the volcano,
Not the volcano.
the lasers. Like, those are all things that I think competitive wise
Yeah. No.
don't really have a
nightmare.
place. It would be a nightmare, but the for fun maps would absolutely adore those.
Yeah.
Anything but the volcano. So I don't know if we want to make sure that the criteria would be open to letting those in, or Uzium. That'd be bringing in a new unit. Or if we close the door on that to try and make sure we don't bring in anything accidentally to the competitive scene that would be detrimental. Like the Uzium, if it's a unit you can build, could potentially be detrimental to the competitive scene.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless maybe you could like split, like you say you have cannons, but you're not gonna have cannons in the competitive scene. It would just be for
Yeah.
casual playing.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other thing there, like you were saying, is because we do kind of already have that right now with like black bombs, for instance.
Yeah.
Is when we do, or if we do further development, do we have different modes of the game running? Do we need to have, like, this was if you want to play Advanced Wars by Web just as it was, you can go and do that, or you can play it in the new development mode. Personally, I would not like that because I don't want to have the community get split.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
but that does mean that if we don't do that, there should be, at least I think there should be a higher standard, I guess, for any new change, that it still feels like Advanced Wars by Web. I don't know how we would
Yeah.
set that. If it would be good to have the community do votes.
I mean, personally, I would prefer that it just stays in one. I mean, it's very common on other games now. Like I don't play that many other games, but I play Age of Empires, for example, and they do patches every now and then, and so they'll like do slight balance, CO balances here or there, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's still the same game, and like everyone plays on the same, I guess it's the same thing, and it's just very slight things. And I feel like if you start making different branches, then yeah, I feel like you might split the community a little bit. Like, what about the global league? Will you have 2 global leagues? It gets a little bit I don't know, confusing maybe. I feel like just keeping it all in one would be best community wise.
I think so too.
Yeah,
And yet-
definitely.
And I think I saw someone ask in the chat, how would you deal with like ongoing games that can last so long that would go through like multiple update cycles? And I think you just have ongoing games, they don't get affected by updates. They would be kind of just
Oh yeah, I think Kim first asked that. Oh.
yeah, they'd be like
So-
version frozen.
Right. So what I've heard Walker say, that it's not a problem to like starting on this date, the changes apply, and any game that started before that will stay with the stats or whatever it was from before. So I think that's definitely doable.
Yeah. And Mega Man Zero, what you were talking about with the toggle between modes, that's the thing I wouldn't want, because I think that splits the community. And the community is, I mean, it's a great community, but it's not a super large community, so splitting it could be rather detrimental.
True. Yeah, I feel like if you split it, it's like one of the two is gonna end up being the most dominant, and people are just gonna start getting funneled into one or the other just due to a lack of players in the other one, and that one will just absorb. Like, I feel like it's inevitable just to have one. If you have two, it's just going to be inevitable that one will be bigger than the other one. people in the smaller one will not have enough people to play against, and it will just be like just one.
Yeah. But it makes me feel like we have to be extra cautious with how we would want to do new editions, because I do think the game should have new editions. And I think new terrain's the best place to start, because it's so easy to both implement and to also kind of play without if you want to. You just play with maps without that terrain on them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess that gets more difficult once it gets added to Global League, or if it would get added to Global League.
Yeah, it's also like it kind of it fixes a lot of stuff that we know need some fixing. I feel like maybe CO balancing is like the next step. It's like another echelon of changes of the site. You know, like you start messing with CO stats, and it's like, whoa. And you know, there's gonna be people that are gonna be complaining.
Yes.
But terrain, I know I have a hard time finding or thinking of people that would be mad for adding like a burnt forest kind of thing. Like maybe it'll be more people that are like, oh no, I want my card experience. But again, like you were saying, like you have the options to use a tile or not, and you can just not have that tile on a map, and that's it.
Yeah.
The only drawback that I feel that I see, and this is something that I kind of heard Walker say, maybe from like the original creator of the site, a Mariner, is that like the idea of the site is for it to be as close to Advance Wars as possible, if not like, you know, identical, just so that someone that comes from playing Advance Wars can go on the site and it will play exactly the same.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, it's not exactly one game or the other. It's a little bit of a Frankenstein.
It is. I think what would be very important is that whatever new edition happened, it needs to be very easy to understand just by looking at it. Like a burnt forest, having the like oh, that forest has less coverage to it. That's like the only thing it does. It just makes it so you can't hide in it. It needs to be very easy to see that and be like, oh, that's what that does.
Yeah,
I think that'd be very important for the design of anything that got added. Do either of you think that a custom CO would ever be something you'd be interested in seeing in the game?
Ooh. I'll let Po1and answer that one.
I would say not in the competitive scene. Maybe like for casual play, perhaps. But I think the competitive scene wouldn't wouldn't like that.
I think I agree. But I know Walker's main worry about like the custom terrain is that it's a slippery slope.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is, and maybe it would lead.
It's a good slippery slope.
Yeah.
We don't know until we get on it.
We'll have to submit the slippery slope
Let's see
terrain
how
tile.
slippery it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think Walker is very inclined to adding new tiles.
I think so too. I think
Definitely.
that's something that realistically we can get done. I'm personally not really in favor of adding custom COs unless it was specifically just for casual. Yeah, slippery slope -1 defense star. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like custom COs. I feel like we already have a lot of COs, and if anything, I would first try to fine tune a few of the COs that we have that don't see a lot of play, make them a little bit more viable. There's definitely a few COs that just like never see the light of day. Like you were talking about Sandra.
Yeah.
You could make an argument for Grim, maybe. You could, I don't know, you could tweak Lash maybe very slightly. An idea has been thrown around of like reducing her normal power by 1 star. So like instead of being 4, it's 3 stars.
Oh yeah.
It's a very minor change. Like, it could be something. It's a 3-star boost power. She can run around forests and mountains, sort of like an adder, but a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Just like very small stuff like that. I feel like could maybe help the tiers a little bit, not be just constant mirrors. And I know, Po1and, you're probably used to playing mirrors by now all the time, because in standard it's always
absolutely.
like that. It's like adder mirror, max mirror, kindle mirror, bombalt mirror all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Those are 4 COs that are very often used. Though there are ways to beat them. For example, Kindle loses to Drake very often on bigger maps. Same thing with Bombalt against Hawk. Hawk beats Bombalt up pretty well when maps are bigger. Adder always had competition with Jake for the best tier 4 in standard, at least.
That's true.
And in tier 2, what was that? What mirror was it? Max mirror.
Max mirror, yeah. In standard.
I like Max in tier 2 standard. He's very aggressive, very sharp. I like that very much. But some maps require more story CO. So like Olaf is an acceptable replacement for me when the map requires it.
I saw you had that game on A Hope Forlorn. You were Olaf against Jitaquin's Rachel.
Yeah.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah, it was a tier 1 game.
Oh.
Where he picked Rachel and I picked Olaf. So it was.
Why did you pick Olaf?
I think he's really good on that map. Not tier 1 good, but still very good.
Yeah, because if it's tier 1 and you run into Sasha and you're Olaf, Olaf is just gonna cry in the corner.
I knew what he was gonna pick.
Yeah.
Not this account. Like it was.
Is it the hand?
It was a different one.
Yeah, the hand of Jitaquin. I think he picks only Rachel and.
Yeah, hand.
And Sonja? I remember.
How recent was it?
It ended this week, I think. Well, last week, I think.
Or week before.
A week before? Oh, it wasn't Starflash's stream, so yeah. Maybe 2 weeks.
It was like...
You play so many games.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's not active. That's what I can do.
Oh, you don't have the file.
I mean, yeah. He, I decided to pick Olaf because I didn't want to crush him. I wanted to give him some chance, but very, very little.
Yeah, instead of going for like Hawk against Rachel.
Yeah, exactly. And he was putting up a really good fight. I must say. I thought I was gonna lose.
Yeah, it was honestly
halfway
looking really
point.
bad for you. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Also, the missile bug helped him out.
Hmm.
Oh,
If-
yes, you were
if
talking
my-
about this.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, you countered the recon with your own recon? That's so funny. The day 3 recon from Jitago, you countered with.
it's mirrored. It's mirrored.
Yeah.
Recon.
But on your one base, you also made a recon.
Oh yeah. That's right. That
So-
works. That works for Max very well, and for Olaf it works. It also works, as you see.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, G-Tokwin Quest. That's right. So
Oh, there's a Jitakuin quest.
yeah, G-Tokwin. If you beat all of his accounts, the 4. G-Tokwin will give you a reward of your choice.
Oh wow.
For Laurencia Law, it was the first one who has beaten him.
Ah,
He's
okay.
beaten all of his 4 forms. It was a YouTube video. And since then, G-Token started to post videos. And I think I was the second one.
Oh,
Oh,
you've already
nice.
beaten all the farms?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Nice. What's your...
And I chose the mystery option.
Oh,
And it turned out it was basically I can request a piece of art from him.
a piece.
Commission a piece of art.
Wow.
Ah, a piece of art. Wow.
That's very
And
cool.
He will send it to me, apparently. Like, it can be drawn or it can be made digitally.
Wow.
I like it.
This Jitakuin.
So
What a character.
it's pretty interesting. Also,
Yeah.
the other options you get, I think it's a common knowledge because he said it in public chat. So I think I can say what normal options are that
Okay.
remain, right?
Yeah, if it's on the Discord, it's public knowledge.
I mean, not in the Discord, but he said it in game when Law beat him.
Oh,
so
is it?
option where,
No, go ahead, Wayne.
so there's an option where he gives you information, all of the lore about G-Tokwin.
Ooh.
The other one is creation, where he creates new form, and you can say what that form will do. And the third option is that you fight all of his forms at once
No.
in the final battle. And if you defeat him, and if you destroy him, then he will delete all of his accounts.
No.
Oh no!
He will leave the game.
It's so dramatic.
I don't know if
Yes.
he's serious about it or not, but I didn't want to try.
What if you lose? Then you have to delete your account.
Oh no!
I mean, if you lose, then nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe you get destroyed, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, you can issue a challenge to him. Like, outside of Global League, you can fight him.
Oh, at
And
any
then
time.
He gives you like, and then he gives you like a bunch of very like weird rules for a game. Like, for example, Manx got Caustic Finale Fog game.
Caustic
So
Finale
you can
Fog.
imagine how it looks.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few games. Like I got like I got Low Fans. That one was very very interesting.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, and it was live.
Yeah. All of my games were live per my request.
Nice.
All of my challenges were live.
I also heard that he will grant certain people an extension.
What's an extension mean?
Like like a Jitalquin extension account, something like that. And
Oh.
so like, I think Lawrence has one that's called Tendrils of Jitalquin, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so he like accepts people to the council or something.
He is like Jitagon will say I accept if you want to make another Jitagon account, and like Jitagon will tell you the limitation of that new account, and so
Is that the
Yeah,
new
the-
form then?
right, yeah, like another body part, you know.
So
Like
now you
instead
have
of
to
hands, mouth, eyes.
now you have to also be the tendrils as well.
Exactly. So now you have tendrils of Jitagun, but it's run by Lawrence, not by Jitagun. And I don't remember what the limitation of that one, the tendrils, was.
They're saying
Oh,
adder max.
Yeah, Max and Adder. Okay. Oof. Max and Adder. I mean, it's not that bad, right? Max and Adder.
It's not so bad. I mean, tier 1 and tier 3 are going to be spicy, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tesla has been showing that you can do stuff with Adder.
in tier 3,
Do you guys know who Tesla is?
I don't.
You don't? You don't watch my
I
videos?
know who he is. I fought him many times actually. Like at first when I matched up against him and I saw he picked Adder and I saw his elo, I thought he must have like misclicked during CO selection.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I want Adder. It was Adder versus Kindle the first time, and I've beaten him. I've beaten him every time except once, where it was tier 4, and I picked Adder.
Adder mirror.
And we had an other duel, and it lasted for like 30 days, 25 days, something like that. It lasted a long time.
And he plays very
And
fast
he
too.
won. He eventually won.
Wow,
He plays
nice.
other very well, very well. He plays him very similarly to me. His unit composition is similar. His tactics are similar to me.
Very aggressive player.
Yeah, and I like other. I main him in Tier 4.
Yeah.
So in terms of other usage, he is, I would say, on par with me. Like playing. Though I wasn't playing like super seriously, I wasn't like move plannering meticulously every turn, but still, his other is something.
There's something important from Adder that Kiwi first just pointed out. That he'll always make a double mech. He'll always have a little double mech chain walking along the map. I'm not sure if you do that, Fallen. I don't think I've ever seen you make a mech.
Tesla does that.
Yeah, he always does that. In every match, he'll always have two mechs walking together from the 2-base side. It's very funny.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've noticed maybe it's more noticeable when he's fighting up, when he's fighting a tier up or 2 or 3. And I feel like the strategy is to go very hard on the weak side, like make lots of vehicles on the 1-base side. And then there's a little mech chain that goes from the 2-base side with a big infantry ball. And then if he's able to tactically beat you on his 1-base side, then he can shift everything and destroy you from his 2-base side.
I see. Classic.
Yeah, that's a strategy for Adder, definitely, because his front shifting capabilities are better than other CEOs in this tier.
It's true. The extra movement can be shockingly impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra movement is very important in this game.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'm not sure if it's as important as defense. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's better than defense in my opinion.
It's part of why Sturm's so good. He's got the best of both worlds.
I feel like it's so hard to understand where infantry will be with a plus move. Like, it's already a little bit tricky to count to 3, and if you have to count to 4, it's like, oh no. It makes it so complicated.
Yeah, and also movement, like the lower the base movement of a unit, the bigger is the increase in its
percentage-wise, yeah.
Yeah,
like a mech.
Because like Sidewinder for a mech, that's 100% extra movement.
Yeah, that mech just moved 2 turns. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and but for a normal tank, that also makes a world of difference, because each consecutive movement point like increases the coverage of a unit exponentially.
Yeah, and sometimes like one tile, it means an extra turn. Like maybe your tank is just one tile short of an important place, and that's just an extra turn. But having just one more movement, it means you're no longer 2 turns away, you're 1 turn away. So it's literally like moving another turn almost, you know? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very good. It's very good. We're running short on time here, but we'll quickly talk about the missile bug that we can see in this game that Poland mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
It's specifically about the infantry missile.
What's the missile bug?
So, as we see here, Poland has set up a magnet for the infantry missile. This is the only place that 3 infantry can get hit by a missile. They hit in the target plus the corners, or you could do like a square turn to the side. It hits 5 across and then the corners. But so here it can hit 3 infantry. Everywhere else it can only hit up to 2. But if we hit the next action power, you'll see that 2 missiles hit up here and 0 missiles hit over here. So the value missile hit here, hit tank, copter, and then both the HP missile and the
Why is it a bug though? There's 3 infantry over there, no?
yeah, but the infantry missile and the HP missile hit here. See, they took 6 damage. They got hit by the infantry missile.
Oh, why did it hit those though? Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, it should hit here because this is 3 infantry.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking it was gonna hit like close to the 1 HP infantry, because it can range 3 infantry: the 1 HP, 8 HP, and full HP infantry.
Yeah, but the 1 HP
mean,
infantry has less health.
still-
But you can see it didn't even hit there. Hit over here.
Yeah, I know, that's super strange.
And I thought that this bug was caused by me joining those infantries. One of them was joined a turn earlier. If you can showcase that.
Yeah. Join.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, look what. Yeah. And I thought that this was the cause of this bug. But then Maxstorm ran his tests, and he had like a similar setup, but he didn't join anything. And it still hit not
Really?
it still hit the wrong cluster of infantry, the one that it shouldn't hit.
Yeah.
So at this point I'm in the dark. I'm completely clueless what causes it.
Wow. Yeah, why is it targeting
And
there?
the move planner shows where it
Yeah.
hits accurately.
It also hit that tank for no reason. Why?
Well, it's hitting the tank because it's for some reason it's seeing that these are the 2 infantry they hit. It's like missing the scan or something. So what it does is it reads from left to right and then goes down a spot. So it's like and it hits this spot, which is the first time it can hit both of these infantry. So it just stops there because that's all it cares about, and so the tank just kind of gets hit. But like if I move this tank, it will nothing changes there. If I move this
What if
infantry,
you move one of the infantry?
it goes over here.
Oh
Then it
yeah,
goes-
try moving these infantries around, like switch places them with
Try- and
the
try-
ones
Try
in the
putting
at
those
the
2 again.
bottom.
At the bottom.
Oh wow. Put them somewhere else, like together, but somewhere else in the map.
Sure.
Because
Friends.
maybe
Like
there's
switch
something else.
places with those from the magnet at the bottom, and you
Well,
see something.
It's those 2 infantry. There's
No,
something
no,
wrong
no.
with those.
With the
No,
magnet.
it's with the magnet.
Mm,
Okay.
Like from the one base, I mean, from my one base.
Yeah.
What? What's going on? There's one infantry there. That's the bug then.
Yeah, one of them counts as double for
It's
some
not-
reason.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's the joined one. No.
Look, and
No,
now,
'cause-
and now it works.
And now
And
it
now
works.
Well, what do you mean? I mean that's the correct target right now. No.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be because these are the two infantry that came from over here.
Oh. That is super strange. And had you planned that, Poland? Like the turn before, did you open the move planner and position stuff for a missile?
I mean, yeah, I use Move Planner to like see where the missiles will hit. Though I can make magnets on the run pretty well.
Hmm.
Oh,
But in a
interesting,
game
yeah.
like this, I kind of needed to see where they will fall, and I look at that and I'm like, what is going on? Why does it hit there? And because I could make that magnet stronger at one base, I can add one more infantry there, and that would make it work then. But I decided to go with my with the smallest magnet possible, basically.
Yeah.
And then
There they
because
are.
I just thought it was a move planner bug, and in the actual game it will hit where it's supposed to, and it didn't.
Yeah, the move planner predicted the inaccuracy correctly. Which does seem to
exactly.
imply... It does seem to imply... Oh, you guys can't actually see it over there. It does seem to imply that it might be something to do with the units.
Yeah. So Rip just said that it looks like the joined infantry was also counting as capping for some reason. And you know when a capping infantry counts as double as well
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
missile.
Yeah.
That's what
So
I thought
that
it
explains.
was
But-
at the beginning, but once again, Maxstorm did a test on his own with similar setup, and it's still but without any joining, right? And it still hit the smaller infantry cluster.
Wow.
So at this point, I have no idea whatsoever what causes it.
It's a mystery.
Well, this is definitely the
Yeah,
infantry.
and it had to, and this bug had to.
That's the one. That's the guilty one.
And this bug had to be created recently, since I'm pretty sure someone would have noticed it was there all along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
I was making.
Hit it under the tank. Oh no, it's just not higher than those two. I see. Can I hide it under this copter? Haha. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It definitely does seem to be counting this infantry as double. We need more data.
Like it really doesn't like this one infantry in particular.
It's hunting them down. You think there's... Well, in the test...
It's willing to hit its own units, so many of them, just to hit this one infantry.
Can make it really hit the units.
I mean,
But that's as designed.
obviously- I send it to Walker and technical support. So I'm
Was it
pretty
Fred?
sure.
It's Fred's fault.
It's not Fred. The Poland's player one. Poland didn't have Fred.
Yeah, I send it to Walker and technical support. So
We'll see what becomes of it.
yeah,
But
I mean,
it's
I
a-
don't
it's a
know
good-
if they fixed it or not.
Did he say something? Like,
Uh,
why?
I mean, I think he told me that they have an idea what causes it,
Hmm.
Gotcha.
but
So it might get fixed soon then.
yeah, but I don't know if they fixed it or not, since it was like a month ago or so.
A whole month ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, month or more. Not
So basically,
sure.
Rachel is buffed right now. We have to play more Rachel.
I mean, buffed or
nerfed, no?
Or
If you
nerfed,
can-
yeah,
if you
you
can
just
abuse
don't-
it.
Yeah. It's something to keep in mind. At least the move planner detects it.
Yeah, but it's a pain, especially in live games
Oh yeah.
where you
Yeah.
make those magnets like on the fly
Yeah.
sometimes, and you just see like here are 3 infantry, they will soak everything because nowhere else we have 3 infantry in close proximity, and it just hits your front line randomly.
Yeah. And you cry. Yeah. No, that's very true. They're just testing some CO adjustments.
But
I
you,
think if
you ended
I-
up winning that game, though. You ended up winning the game, although you were hit with
Yeah,
the bug.
yeah.
and-
Yeah, thankfully it didn't cost me the game.
yeah.
Yeah, it's working. I
mean-
deleted that infantry.
I mean, to be fair, J-Token deserved a little bit of, let's say, outside hell,
Yeah.
considering the CO matchup, but
Oh wow, I deleted it and brought it back, and it's back to
It's still-
functioning.
That's crazy.
look at that. Like, 1 infantry is more than 2, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, if you keep that infantry at the bottom, go, and you put 2 at the top, does it read the
It'll
other
read.
2?
It should read the 2, right? Yeah. So it's just counting as double.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. It's counting at total.
I can remove it, and then it will behave again.
Yeah.
But I can bring it back.
Very strange. Very
Yeah.
strange bug. Also, speaking of bugs, you remember that bug that we had during live game Go?
With the turn and auto ending.
Yeah, max lightning strike. let's
Yeah.
say. So it happened to me again. Imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Is this in the
you know
global league
about
or
it?
live?
No, it happens in live.
Ah, okay, okay.
It could happen
know
in Global
about
League,
it?
but I know about it. It's happened to me multiple times.
Wow.
Oh, so it's more common than I originally thought.
Yeah,
Like
it's
in total, it happened to me 3 times, I think. All of them were live games.
Was it
Yeah.
for you or for your opponent?
2 times for me and once for my opponent. Go7 was my opponent.
Oh, you gotta go. You got it that time.
against Poland. I think
But once when I got it was during a practice game, so it was a no big deal.
Yeah, P
But
Dog.
the other time was like the infamous one that won me, that basically made me win the game legitimately. Like, it made my opponent run out of time because he didn't notice what happened.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't notice what happened till it was like almost out of time, until he was almost out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was just like,
Yeah,
What
at that
happened
point,
exactly?
it's like, oh, you lost all your time bank and live. Super sad.
Like that happened to me.
yeah,
P-Dog.
and he like auto lost because of it.
Yeah. P Dog. I got it against P Dog, so I got double turns. And P Dog was probably going to beat me. And instead, we get a draw. But you can tell it happens because this is a live High Funds game on day 31
Oh,
out of
Yeah.
day limit 30.
So it happened at the very, very end.
It happened on like day 25. And then we just spammed turns back and forth to draw. But currently the fix they have in is if it happens in your game, the game is automatically a draw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. That's definitely fair.
But it cost P Dog his win against me in
I mean, it might have cost my opponent a win also then, because I was like on the ropes.
So you both got spared by the bug. So you both
basically
like the bug.
I don't like the bug. I don't like the bug. I'd much rather lose.
No, I don't like it. Like, I can just imagine how it would feel if something like this happened during, let's say, Grandmaster tournament.
Yeah, in a live tourney. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be
that would be like terrible for
Yeah,
whoever
true.
gets affected by it.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
true.
maybe the live format needs a little bit of fixing before getting into like more live tourneys. Because I can see live tournaments being held like on the site. You know, like we have the Amariner, the Smacky Cup. Like there could
Yeah.
possibly be like on-site live tournaments. Not sure how the format will work,
Yeah.
but that could be fun.
Yeah, like, I mean, they would probably require a different setup, but yeah, they could.
I'm surprised I don't have it happen to me more because I'm pretty sure what happens is you end your turn at the exact same time that the game would auto end your turn. And I spend a lot of time on 0-0 time. So I think it's just like a frame perfect button click. Because you end your turn and then the like auto end turn goes through and ends your opponent's turn. I think is what happens.
Yeah. Also, this game, this one.
This game?
Yeah,
Is that you, Poland? Is it another alt?
yeah, that's me also.
This game I ran out of time was as well as bringing it up. I ran out of time a fair bit. But it didn't happen in this game.
I wanted to see how good Max was on this map, and I was hoping you pick Sasha, because Sasha is kind of like a safe pick, or like the best pick, probably, on this map.
Really?
You think Sasha's the best pick?
I
Because
thought-
Von Bolt is
Yeah.
banned, no?
Yeah, now I'm pretty certain. But you played well. You played very, very well.
Oh, thank you.
You made a bomber. Wow.
The bomber ended the game.
A double base skip bomber.
It's because I ran out of time. I ran out of time several times. I thought Sasha was a fairly spicy pick, but you think... Well, you have much more experience than live here. You think she's...
No, she's the best. On like these super small maps, she's super good. Because her extra income
Yeah, it's very
really
impactful.
helps her get to those certain thresholds, like
Yeah.
11k, 14k, 18k, 21k, you know.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely
Yes.
see how much more money it got me.
It's sometimes
You-
just enough to get that extra tank that turn or extra copter.
Yeah.
You made
And
287,000. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it changed.
You only made 6,000? What happened?
I don't know what happened there.
No. You probably have to refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe because... Don't you have to do the replay?
Oh, the game just expired.
No way!
really?
Yeah.
Wow. The
As
timing.
I was
What
looking.
happened?
Wow.
Wow.
Uh,
Ha, that's
Expired
funny.
as I was looking at it. That's amazing.
did you
That's okay.
did you snipe Go7 in that match, Poland?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
How could you? No, it's fine.
I mean that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the
You
game.
get sniped.
It's true. It's true. Okay, we're oh my gosh, we're 16 minutes past the end. So we're gonna close it out. If you have any shout outs or last remarks you'd like to say, this is the time. Humita, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on my channel. It's just Humita just Humita. And yeah, that's just it.
Very good. Very good. You're on the map committee, so if anyone's got any map questions, send them to Humita.
Sure, yeah.
Po1and, do you have any last remarks? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Advanced Wars by Web and on Discord usually.
If no one has, if for some reason someone hasn't joined the Advanced Wars by Web Discord, I would highly recommend it. It's very good. You can
true.
Yeah, it's decent. It works.
It's decent. Whoa.
I mean, I don't have like a point of comparison to other Discords, but it's serviceable, I guess.
It's serviceable. That's true.
So
It fulfills its function.
Yeah. That's true. And of course, I'm Go7. I'm the king of the penguins. You can find me on the Discord. You can find me on this very YouTube channel. And you can find me on Advanced Wars by Web. And I'm currently playing Global League, so you'll have a chance to run into me and fight the penguins.
might have to snipe you.
and to snipe me.
Oh yeah, but by the way, maybe this weekend there might be a stream with Walker, another map stream.
Oh, that's very cool.
It's a possibility, but
It's a possibility.
we'll see. Yeah.
And Po1and, we've got a question in the chat for you right before we end this. Are you a Berserk fan?
Yeah, I would say so. Very good series. Excellent series, actually.
There you go. And Kieran Brennan, currently it's going to be a monthly podcast. If it's popular enough, we'll move it to bi-weekly or weekly. We'll see how it goes. What people demand. But that will be the end of the very first podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed. It was a lot of fun.
It was, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yes. Thanks for having me on.
And
your
thanks,
first
the first guest. It's true.
podcast.
And you claimed that spot very early on. You were ready. All right. Thanks for joining
Thank
me,
you.
Poland, and Humita. Thanks for watching,
Thank you,
everyone.
bro. Thank you, Poland. Great podcast.
Thanks
Lots
for
of
having
fun.
me on once again.
And a good night to everyone.
It's Go7, king of the
Yeah, get to sleep, Poland.
Of all the penguins, he is king. It's Go7, king of the penguins. Being king of the